Hey YouTube, right, to pass your driving theory test, what you want to do, well what I did personally, was I used the driving theory test book. I downloaded apps, the DVDs, I tried everything online, the whole lot. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. I didn't pass first time either. It took me four attempts to pass my driving theory test. But that's not to say that you won't. It works differently for everybody, but personally, I found that if I practice with my partner with the driving theory test book, she would put all the answers in, ask me the questions, and I would have to memorise the answers. Now it didn't work at first. It took me about, I would say, I practiced for about 6 months. And I mean, that was the longest 6 months ever, and I was desperate to pass my driving theory test because I was taking my driving lessons. I was pretty much ready for my driving test, so, you know, I went ahead and did the practicing with my partner for, I would say, what felt like to me was for about 4 months. The other 2 months I sort of was just, you know, question and answers with my driving instructor. Once that was pretty much done and cleared up, I felt like I was ready for the theory test again, so that was my 4th attempt. I went into the driving theory test centre, and I was under the assumption I was going to fail. You know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to pass at all. Anyway, I went through the theory test. I think I made a couple of wrong answers. I wasn't particularly happy with them, and I said to myself, I failed. I failed. So I said to myself, I failed my driving theory test before I'd even known the answers myself until they printed it out, gave you it at the desk, and then you walk out. So what I ended up doing was finishing up. I went to the front desk, got my provisional licence, and then I got the letter. And on the way out I looked and it said, congratulations, you've passed. But because I was under the assumption that I failed, I was absolutely gut wrenched that I'd actually passed my theory test. I couldn't believe it. So that excitement inside me was like, oh my god, I'm one step closer to getting my driving licence, to driving a car, being on the road. Just couldn't wait really. And yeah, it was one of the moments where you knew you're one step closer. Nothing beats the feeling once you pass your driving theory test. And nothing beats the feeling once you pass your driving test. Trust me, when you pass your driving test, it's the most amazing feeling ever. But yeah, for me, it was the driving theory test book. And it's always best to get somebody to help you as well. So they'll put down the right answers, and they'll memorise the correct answers and the questions, and you've to just remember the right answers. And then you go through the book every single day, regardless of what time it is, even if you've got a spare hour or something like that. You just go through it every day, and then you just keep memorising all these answers. Just remember, like, any answers that even your driving instructors gave you, because they know the theory test better, and they know the roads and everything and what's changed better than anybody. So you're always best to have chit chats with your instructor and get to know the answers and just knowledge. Educate yourself on everything that could possibly come up in the driving theory test, because it's always changing, and so is the driving test. So you never know. I just thought I'd make this video to help anybody out there that maybe is struggling to pass their theory test, and maybe just to give you a bit more knowledge of how I passed. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world. I know how frustrating it can be. You're constantly practicing, you're on apps, websites, you're always asking pals, friends, relatives, if they can anything about passing the driving theory test. But that comes down to you, what you're willing to learn, what knowledge you're willing to learn, and educate yourself very well on the subjects. But the driving theory test book worked for me. It might not work for anybody else, but that's the way I passed. So got the book, put in the right answers at the back of the book, practice with someone, they'll answer you the questions, you remember the answers, and keep going round and round, day in, day out, until you feel that you can memorise majority of the answers, that you've got them, you know what I mean, you've got it all up here, and then book your driving theory test and just go for it, be confident. And if you're like me, you'll convince yourself that you failed before the end of the test anyway, and then that's another story with my driving test. I'll do that in another vlog. So yeah, that's pretty much how I passed my driving theory test. I'm really hoping that it's helped anybody out there. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, and please share it, and remember to subscribe to the channel and never miss another bit of my content again. And thank you for watching.